I'm going to move back a little bit, I think, to the other side of the dam, perhaps. Some of them. Thanks for the reminder, Tech. Yes, we're using that name this morning. And something I wanted to mention actually was Kenya's just recent, I think it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday or the day before, the decision of the government to burn tons and tons of ivory as a message to, I suppose, the world that is still using ivory as a commodity, that there is no value to it. Something that helped with poaching back in the late 80s when Richard Leakey did the same thing. That did make a little bit of a difference. Okay, I'm going to try and move again. I think for now I'll stay on this side of the dam. We've got beautiful light. There's still some more, and there's still another big female with her calves. Maybe I won't move it all. We'll just sit quiet. Another big group coming down. Gosh, she's a very large cow. And I think I know that big girl behind the back with that very long tusk. These are matriarchs of note. You okay with it? Anyways, FedTech was asking if we have an elephant poaching problem here in Kruger. Unfortunately, it has started. Sadly, we have had a few incidents. Something's wrong with the protection of our parks. That was never a problem in the past, and we're now suffering from quite a severe poaching crisis. Family groups that are meeting, they might not have known that they were going to be meeting up. They might have, but they weren't traveling together. The second group with the two big females came from a different angle, so that wasn't the group that we saw earlier. The group that I've been trying to follow is the first group that arrived. So these are family groups meeting. It seems to be that those can go lift a little bit. That big female that's trying to encourage that calf down, trying to help it somehow. Interesting to see what she's doing. Trying to encourage the little one to come down. There's a step there that the little one's battling with, and then the other one's showing. The other one is going to show it how to go down backwards, maybe. A little bit steep for the little one, and it looked like the big female was actually trying to help her, and the younger one now showing it how to turn around and come down backwards. Come on, I helped a little. There, backwards. It shouldn't be fast, but it. Using her foot to make sure that the little one doesn't fall. That is extremely gentle. There you go. Tapping it on the butt with her tail.
It's just so cute.
It's going to quickly go to Brent, and you come back to the eddies. Brent's got something quickly before that disappears. We'll come back out in a second. Digging out the hole came clear. There we go, guys. And he's been digging it up, and now it looks like he's having a little rest. Nice, very nice curved set of tufts on it. I can't see whether it's a quick look. It's a female as well. It's quite interesting. You don't often see them in this sort of position, and you can see how dirty her nose is. So what she does, she backs into the den, into the hole, and then she excavates using her nose, and then pushes all the sand out the entrance with her nose. But it's quite nice to see them in this position rather than just sort of out in the middle of the bush. Well, with cooler temperatures there isn't any splashing and swimming. It's possible that it's going to warm up, and maybe they're not going to be too far from the dam. Maybe later they'll come back with if it's hot, come and swim. What's interesting is that they've been displaying towards the other side of the dam there, as they've come away from the water. There seems to be that they're concerned about something in the bushes over there. They were sort of flaring their ears and listening. Just a quick drink, time to move on. Boys pushing around. Oh, those. I wonder where that very little one is now. Must be tucked under the legs of those big cows. These two little boys are having a pushing match. Close to mom. We were in a mud hole. There was a digging hole where they, in the riverbed, they had dug. I suppose some of the diggings were for water, but this particular hole was a mud hole. They had dug it because it was into the clay layer of the riverbed, and it had filled up with enough water that it started getting the clay all mushy. And I remember one young elephant digging, and she was slinging mud our way. She was actually flinging mud at us. We got covered in water and sand and mud. That was quite funny. There was one of my first drives there with a herd of elephant one evening. Was also meeting up with a herd that had a young female that took interest in me, and she picked a bush and put it on her head as a hat, and then came and stood in front of the vehicle. It was a rather comical thing. I'd have to think about it, Andre. I'd have to, off the top of my head, it's hard to come up with with something, but it'll come to me. Hello, boys. The boys running away. Wonderful witnessing things from a distance like this, because you know that you're not influencing them at all. We're not changing their direction. We're not changing their moods. I don't even think they know we've been watching them. There's definitely been something across the dam there. I think we need to go and have a look. Alright, welcome back. You can see Warthogs still resting after some serious excavation. See all the fresh dirt. Here,
cautious when she comes out, and off she goes. So warthogs often do that. They'll listen a little bit and then get away from that point quite quickly, because it is a dangerous spot, because there could be a leopard above or behind. So they listen quite carefully, listen again. Oh, and there's another one coming. Chop, chop. Oh, that's incredible. The morning, and they are getting moving later now because of this cold spell we're having. So that's the reason they're getting out now, as opposed to sort of an hour earlier, which they probably would have been doing in the last couple of weeks. But that's a really nice special sighting, one we don't get to see too often out here. So we're going to still continue on. Hopefully we do find some fresh leopard tracks, but that was definitely a nice little interlude.